back to Engineer's Workshop. It's about day 86 in Putin's war on Ukraine. So today is a new machine day at Engineer's Workshop. This is one of those deals, I don't know, some of you guys have probably had this same scenario. You weren't looking for a machine, you didn't need a machine, machine comes along, you can't pass it up. That's kind of what we got here. So I literally stumbled into this without solicitation, without looking for it. It was just too cool to pass up. It is not something I had anticipated getting, but the condition was fantastic, the price was right, and without any further fanfare, let me take a handheld and show you what we brought into the shop the other day. Well, gentlemen, here's what we have. We have a Milltronics Partner IV CNC vertical mill. This mill dates to about 1990. It has some pretty awesome capabilities, 32 inches of X travel, 16Y, 10 or 12 Z, 5 inches on the spindle. Spindle is a Cat 40. Power drawbar, or automatic tool ejection. And I mean, look at the condition of this thing. Now the table's been rusty, just sitting in the warehouse for quite a number of years, but there isn't a mark on it. It's absolutely pristine. We've got a lube system, massive electrical cabinets. Been a while since I've seen a 3.5-inch floppy drive. Another electrical cabinet. I was told this weighed 2,500 pounds, and I was looking at it and I don't think that's right. And then when I got the documentation with it, it says the net weight's 4,200. So this is almost as beefy as the K&T. The knee elevation screw is a little rusty. I'll got to clean that up, but I do have the crank. So fabulous machine. I did not film unloading this thing because yes, I did use a single point wrapped around the beam with a Chinese 1.5 ton lever ratchet, and I know I was overloading it, but I got it off without anything breaking. So I do have to lift it one more time to get it off of this pallet, and then I have to move it past the Spitfire. I think I'm going to put it over in this area here. I thought initially that it was wired up 460, but it probably is wired up 460, but the information does say that it's 230 460. So if I can reconfigure everything, I can run it off of the rotary phase converter, and I want to do that closer to this. If not, I can generate 460 with the transformer. I don't have that hooked up yet, but I will do it in the case of this machine. Wow. Smells like it's been sealed up for 20 years. Well, looks like it was wired 220. So we got our incoming power. Okay. Let's look at the side cabinet next. I don't know what all these are for. Ah, VFD. VFD and a braking resistor. Okay. So it's a 230 VFD. So it's a 10 kVA. I'm going to have to figure out what that means in horsepower. Nice stuff. Trying to see the label on the motor. Okay, so the tags on the motor say that it's 5 horsepower. So that's a big upgrade for me. The K&T spindle motor is 3/4 horsepower. Now this does have 2 speed ranges. So there's a back gear to provide low RPM and a high speed to provide high RPM. I don't know what's inside the column. Let me see if I can get that cover off and have a look. Looks like it's basically a wiring chase. I see coolant in the sump. There is I think that's a coolant pump. I saw on the switch panel that it had switches for flood or mist. And do just a little bit of cleaning. See how this looks under this rust. The way wipers just froze to the boxways here and peeled off of their little retainers. I'll have to put some new ones on. Sure elevates easier than the K&T. Of course, it's a bigger crank. Got my bellows cover removed so that I could expose the ball screw and drive motor and manually wind the table back on its y-axis. With it out all the way like it is, the machine is very front heavy. And before I moved it, I wanted to get these boxways, the gunk scraped off of them and get some lube on them. I still have to do the other side. That's pretty nasty from being exposed for how many years. So let's get that cleaned off, then I'll manually wind the table back in. Got to try to determine which way is correct. This way. The base has a recessed center portion, which is going to make it a little bit difficult to roll this thing on steel rods. Might have to see if I got some angles or something I could tuck under the base for when we have to move a couple of sections. If 4x4 angle would do it. Should hang much more level now. I was also lucky enough to get the mechanical and electrical drawings, Centurion V operation manual dated 1990, and FastCam 2 operating manual. The other item that got while I was there is this spacer, horizontal vertical. It is a Stafford Special Super Spacer. I think that it's at least an 8-inch. Might be a 10, but it has index plates, a 2, a 3, a 6, an 8, and a 12 in a retaining ring. Those load into the back side. And there's another one on here with a bunch of spaces. I don't even know how many that is. Very nice, very high quality. Just needs a little cleanup. Well, it was a little bit better when I found the computer in the box, and then that took care of all of the excess harnesses that were dangling in there. But unfortunately, didn't get much progress once powered up. I'll go into that a little bit later. Well, I hope you enjoyed a quick look at the new Milltronics Partner IV. It's one of those deals where, you know, I thought I'm never going to get into CNC because I'm just a fan of, you know, manual machining and old and robust and all the good things that go with it. But man, I'll tell you, to have something with this capability, 40 taper spindle, 5 horsepower motor, you know, CNC that can be drip fed with more modern driving software. I'm really excited for the capabilities that this is going to bring to the shop. And I think there's actually the potential to make some money with this item as well. Unfortunately, I did not get very far trying to power it up. I'm having issues with the rotary phase converter. The contactor for, you know, the start capacitors is going bad, and I can't get it to pull up to speed. So I tried powering this with the generator, the diesel generator, and it does power up, and I get everything to light up here, but the CRT is dead. It's black. I don't know if there's a fuse blown. Also know that the thing's been sitting for a long time, and I'm told that the memory will drain if these things sit for a long time, so it may be looking for a floppy disk to boot from or something. I'm going to have to do some more investigating before I come anywhere near doing a first chips video with this, but super excited. Mechanically, it's just in fantastic condition, and so I'll have some fun tooling this up and plugging away on the electronics and trying to get things to where it can power up and make some test cuts. So hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a pretty quick video and no machining content once again, but hey, it's a new mill. So thanks again for watching Engineers Workshop. Thanks for the new subscriptions. Likes and shares really help. Check us out on Instagram, Engineers Workshop 1964. And pray for our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. As always, stay safe.